Come on now, Ray. Come on now. You know I'm good for it. Come on, man. Let me get one, man. I'm hurting, Ray. Man, I ain't never told on you. I've been coming to buy from you. Come on, man. What you say? You ain't never did what? Don't you ever? Was that a threat? I will unalive you. What up, what up, what up? We are back. Who am I? Jersey Street Corner, and this is the Prison Talk Show, people. So let's get into it. Alright, now, the story I got for y'all today is another crazy story. This one is about a guy named Raymond. Raymond was a GD, and he ran that soft white for his organization. In other words, he paid a tribute to the gang. Now, let's talk about Raymond. He's a slick-talking, rowdy kind of guy. If there's ever a problem, he gonna be front line and center. He don't run, he don't hide, he want all the smoke. Raymond is an OG as far as age and the gang. He ain't no young boy. He all about his bread. He was a hustler. So on the streets, that's what he did, and he already know how to move them packs. He used to smacking fiends and, for fiends begging or coming short with the money. And on top of that, being that he was running the work for the GDs and contributing 50% over to them for the pot every week, the younger crash outs for the gang pretty much worked for free. But I guess it wasn't, for free, because it was supposed to go in the pot and benefit the whole gang. So there's that part. But let me shed light on that. So pretty much, it's the same in any gang. So if you are an actual member of a gang, just like the old days where you would engage in illegal activities or however you got your money, the mob didn't care if you earned a certain percent was expected every week, or there was going to be consequences. Now, over the years, tribute pretty much turned into dues. Just like at your job, some people pay union dues every week. So if your job try and play you out, the union step in on your behalf. Same with the gang. If you get arrested, you need a lawyer, or you go down, there's money on your books because you and your brothers been filling the pot. Now, the pot got to get voted on. So if you ain't been contributing or even putting in work for the set, when it come down to the vote, you might not get no help if you ain't been putting on for the set. Let me break it down as much as I can about this operation without getting people cased up. So, Ray had 4 runners, and he gave them all the work. He never kept the work in his cell, and he never removed the work himself. He used 2 cells to stash houses, and he paid them. 2 old men nobody would ever suspect. So, they held the work. Ray would take what he needed for the day and hand it out. His system was pretty good. Everything flowed like water. Cash apps was coming in. You gotta think. Ray was pulling in about at least 1,000 a day, easy. So he good. Even giving up the 50%, as long as it kept coming in, he was straight. But let's talk about the young boys, y'all. The crash outs. They all feeling some type of way. Nobody else got to work for free, but, they do. Now, they the ones that take the risk. They the ones that catch street charges or get in fights over stolen product, deal with fiends following them around the pod begging all day, blowing their spot up, all for free, for nothing. Like, I don't even get a pack of Newports out the deal, damn. So, get in the comment box, y'all. I want to know what y'all would have done? Just keep putting in that work for the set? Or would you do something grimy and say, shit, it is what it is? Yo, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe, share the video. Now, a young boy named Quan, they called him Q. He was one of the runners, and he not feeling working for free. He came up with an idea. He could pinch each bag till he get 2 extra. He could sell for himself, and then, out of the 20 bags that he get in the clip, the 2 extra that he get rid of, he'll wait. He won't get rid of them until right before the re-up. That way, Q already know he gonna get some fresh ones. They're not gonna expect him to have the 2 extra. He gonna get it off real quick and nobody gonna notice. And I guess that was working for him. Problem is, when you're not used to having money, when you get it, it starts to show on you, of course. So Q locker overfilled. He got everything up there. He don't even go to commissary no more. He's so stacked up. Q is living the American dream, y'all. Now, y'all know when things going good, something gotta go wrong. One day, 2 or 3 of them fiends, they went to find Ray. Everyone know the YNs was running for Ray. So if they had a problem, they would run to him. Now, the fiends, they're telling Ray the bags were a little light, and they not happy. Now, I told y'all before, you must keep the prison fiend happy, y'all. Happy and high. If you are moving them packs, number 1 rule, you can't be soft, but come across more friendly than other. Then you're less likely to get snitched on. You know what I mean? Now, as soon as Ray heard this, he ain't believe it, because that's his bro, gang. He know the vibes. So Ray said, I tell you what, I'm going to give you some commissary. Go back and buy me a few more. Bring it right back to me. Don't touch it. Fiend like, I. About 15 minutes go by and the dude popped back up. He got 4 bags and he handed over to Ray. Ray opened each one and checked it. Each one was a 10th off, y'all. 0.2 instead of a 0.3. Now, he was in a pocket scale. And of course, they really noticed it because the accepted weight was already small as hell. So, paying more for less was definitely not an option in prison. Ray told the fiend, look, man, keep them 4 bags and keep your mouth closed. And our meeting never happened. The only thing on Ray's mind was a DP, discipline. This YN think I'm old and stupid, like I was gonna let him skim my money with no consequences? Nah, he got to pay. I'ma make him tell the whole gang what he did. God damn, these YNs. So, Ray went on upstairs, up the tier, and he found Q chilling in his cell. He knocked on the door, said, come on in. And now, mind you, Q has no idea. Ray knows about his little scheme, about him skimming bags. But he has no idea. He just invited this man in his cell. So, Ray come on in, and he stopped in his tracks. And the first thing that you see when you walk into Q's cell is the locker busting open. Can't hardly close it. And he like, damn, you got enough commissary over there when the last time you ordered? He like, oh yeah. My peoples be, they be hooking me up or whatever. He like, damn, you know his bros in here that's hurting bad. Like some of the brothers, gang. There's some bros in here hurting bad, man. You don't even offer. You could be offering to help or something. Some dudes just eating state food, man. He like, oh shoot, I ain't even know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know. He like, alright. Well, Anyway, he like, look, we having a meeting in about an hour downstairs in the bathroom. Why in the bathroom? Because all of us coming, so it's going to have to be in the bathroom so we could all get the message at the same time. Even some GDs from the other pods are linking up from the other pods and coming on over. And you're like, oh, word, I bet, like a reunion type shit. Yeah, you could say that, yeah. I bet. Good look, thank you for telling me. You're like, you already know. And then he's like, oh yeah, here you go your bread, OG, for the week. Here go your bread. You're like, oh, okay, all right, cool, thank you. OG stashed his bread and went about his business. When I say his bread, he gave him packs of Black and Miles. Like boxes. Now, I don't know if y'all could read the writing on the wall, but let's just keep going, y'all. So, let's fast forward to that hour. Now, they already down there in the bathroom. All the GDs down there. And this ain't fitting to be a meeting. It's fitting to be court. Yeah, prison court. And there will be prison justice administered to somebody. So, let's get to it. Now, everybody's just waiting. Some people even drag seats in from the day room. Just chilling on the sidelines. Everybody waiting for the star guest. The person that's going to be on the hot seat. Yeah, y'all. So finally, Q gets on down there. And when he gets there, he like, oh damn, it is a lot of y'all. Well, what's going on, man? What's going on? And they're like, all right. Let's not waste no time. Q, have a seat. We got some questions we need to ask you. You're like, oh, all right. Now, he think he about to move up in the gang or get a different responsibility or something, maybe not have to work for free no more, whatever he's thinking. I don't know. I wasn't even at this meeting. This is being told to me. I'm not GD. Excuse me. Now, supposedly, they start grilling him, y'all, from the rip. Like, so we heard your locker was real stacked. How you been getting your locker stacked up like that when you don't even get mail in, you don't get phone calls? You know what I mean? Like, who's sending you bread? Who giving you bread? What they paying you for? And Q choking up. Like I told you, he a young boy. What? Where it come from? I thought so. They're like, hey, how come we got people reporting light bags? Well, what's that about? I don't know, man. I don't know. You can't trust no fiend, man. You know you can't trust them. Nah, I can't trust them. Nah. Okay. Alright. And they're like, listen, dude, we know what you've been doing. We know you've been skimming. We got proof. We done caught you out there red-handed. Did a buy and bust on you. So, you already know the vibes, man. You stealing from the gang. That pot represents all of us. And if you ain't with that, then you ain't with the gang. And today, this is no meeting. This is a disciplinary hearing to see just exactly how you should put out the gang. Just simply excommunicate it or put out violently. Now sit down. And young boy Q just sit down. Now, I could already tell you, well, I can't honestly tell you, I can't tell you much about the GDs, but I know from experience with other gangs, you still, if it's a DP, you still, even if you're gonna walk away from that evening, you're not getting unalived. And, you still gonna be a member. You still gonna get punched in the face or smacked, or you might get, jumped real quick. It all depends on, the penalty, what it is that you broke, what rule you broke, and what lesson needs to be taught. So, Q should have knew from the rip they was going to test his jaw as soon as he said it was a disciplinary meeting or hearing. Now, as soon as he starts stuttering with the answers, one of them just popped up. Boom! Tapped his jaw real quick. Boom! Sent this shit rocking. Oh! You're like, talk! Answer the questions. Did you or did you not steal from the gang? What we gonna do with you, Q? What are we gonna do with you? I tell you what we're gonna do with you, Q. We're not gonna excommunicate you. We're not gonna kick you out the gang. But I tell you what, Q, you just brought yourself another year on cleanup and crash out. Now, do y'all understand what that is? Let me just break it down for you. I already told you in another video, which I think y'all should have heard by now. Cleanup, if you get put on cleanup off of a DP, that is where you have to clean all of the gang cells, like your gang, not every gang, all of the gang members' cells every week. You got to do all of their laundry every week. At any given time, if one of the members say they cell ain't get clean or is not clean to their liking, that warrants another DP. And you could damn well believe you're going to get punched in your face again. Act right or get left. Now, that was common. That was the 52 fake out. Yeah, you still going to be in the gang, but we're going to stunt dummy you for another year or two. Whatever it is. Now, that generally, it was the truth. It worked. They would be in the gang and still have somewhat rights, but just be like getting clowned for a minute. Now, everything is reversible, y'all. You could either show the boss that you willing and ready to put some real work in for the set, something you ain't never done, or you could simply just start doing better at your position. If you want to work your way up the ranks, play your position. But anyway, Q pretty much went on doing that, getting DP'd for over a year before they finally dropped it and, let him back fully on the set. And by then, I'm assuming learned his lesson and he never did something like that again. And he was more than happy to work for free for the gang going forward. Alright, y'all, look, that is going to be it for this story. I really hope you liked it. Like, share, subscribe, get in those comments. Let me know what you thought. Hype this video if it pop up on your channel. And this is the Jersey Street Corner Prison Talk Show. I am your boy, Jersey Street Corner, and I'm out.